part 2 of me doing my makeup where I choose between affordable and expensive for every single step. Next we have a bronzer. Let's see what we're gonna get. Expensive. I'm gonna go in with this one from NARS. I've actually, oh god, have not used it in so long. We got powder blush next, and honestly, I'm good with either choice. We have affordable. I'm gonna go in with this face duo from e.l.f. I think this is like only $3 and it's so good. I mean, just look at this. Now, moving on to highlighter, we have expensive. You know what? We're gonna go in with this Givenchy highlighter slash blush. I mean, look at how beautiful it is. Moving on to brow pencil. I'm hoping for an expensive one. Affordable. We're gonna have to use this Essence one. Moving on to eyeshadow. I'm hoping for something fun. Well, there's only 2 fucking options. Expensive. That is fun. It's quite rainy in LA right now, so we're gonna go for these like earthy colors. It's 2023. I gotta steer away from the nudes. Well, not those types of nudes. Actually, probably all kinds of nudes. I'm gonna just stop talking now. Next, we're moving on to mascara, and there's only one right option, and it's not this one. You know what? I might take that back because this L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara might hit the spot. That is divine. Next, moving on to a lip liner, we have expensive. I'm gonna go in with Tarte Maracuja Juicy lip liner. Next, we have a lipstick, expensive. I don't know if that's expensive enough, but I'm gonna go in with KKW. And lastly, we have setting spray. I only like expensive setting sprays, unfortunately. God bless for that. We're gonna go in with the Rare Beauty. Well, this one's kind of in the middle. Is this a little too much for brunch? Get 2 pieces of paper, one saying affordable and the other expensive, and whichever you pick up randomly, you have to use one for that step. I got the papers, so let's get into it. Alright, first we're gonna pick a primer. Expensive. You say expensive, I say Gucci. I honestly hate myself for even having this. Moving on to foundation. Oh, I lost one, but we have affordable. We're gonna go in with this L'Oreal Age Perfect Serum Foundation. It doesn't have that much coverage, but it is quite pretty. Now let's pick concealer. Where are the papers at? We have expensive. We're gonna go in with Giorgio Armani. Moving on to cream contour, we have affordable. You know what? I'm gonna use this one from She Glam. Next, we have cream blush. Affordable again. I'm gonna go in with this one from Moira Cosmetics, and it's in shade Trust You. Do you guys prefer liquid blush over cream? Because I feel like I do. But this blush is still very, very pretty. Now, to set my face, I'm hoping for expensive. Expensive! Fuck yes. I'm gonna be extra bougie, and I'm gonna mix Makeup Forever and Givenchy. Go to part 2. Everyone is talking about every single Makeup by Mario palette except this one. This palette has been out for so long, and I just bought this like 2 days ago. But look at how stunning that looks. And to be honest, it looks better in person than online. I just hope these shimmers are good because every other palette I use from Makeup by Mario is like amazing. Oh wow. That is... I've never done like a full-on shimmer eye look before, and I think this palette's gonna be perfect for that. I never thought I'd say this, but look at how stunning it looks. I need to start doing only shimmer shadows way more. And if you add a little bit of these Makeup by Mario drops in it, I don't know if I'm supposed to do it, but I did it for my inner corner, and it looks even more stunning. It looks absolutely stunning, but I feel like I would never get a use out of the darker shades. Look what I found. Does that remind you of something? I found these on Amazon, and they were literally only $10. They even had a shade Pinkgasm, but it was sold out. It is literally the same applicator as Charlotte Tilbury. I actually don't know what color I got. As you can see, it's like a very pretty mauve color. But let's see if it is actually a dupe. Oh, that's kind of dark. This color might be way too dark for me. It looks pretty, but it's definitely not for my skin tone. I'm gonna try this shade on the other side. Now that looks like the color for me. Oh wow, that is bright. Now let's blend this out. Look at the shine that it has. For only $10, I'd say this is a slay. What do we think? This foundation has every single person in its chokehold recently. And mine finally came in the mail and I cannot freaking wait to test it out. Obviously, this is the brand new Makeup by Mario foundation and everyone's been saying how they could see it like shimmery inside and it looks really cool. It's so fine, I don't even think you'll be able to see it. I did also get the brush that it came with, and I've never tried any Makeup by Mario brushes before. The shade I got is 5N, so let's hope it's a good match. And we're obviously gonna use the brush to blend this out. This might be one of the best foundation matches I have ever done on myself. And the way it's blending out already is just wow. I am a sucker for glowy foundations, and this is the glowiest foundation I've ever put on my face. As you can see, it also has a very decent amount of coverage. This is what my skin looks like with no filter. Do you see how unreal my eyelashes look on this side? Well, let me introduce you to the brand new Telescopic Lift Mascara by L'Oreal. So this mascara gives you instant lift, volume, and length. And look at this wand. It looks even crazier from the side. Truly thank you L'Oreal for this. Welcome to part 2 of me searching up a makeup step and using the first picture that Google shows me. It's a new year, new me, and I still can't talk. We're moving on to setting powder and Google has surprised me once again. We have the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder, which is a really, really good powder. For bronzer, Google gave me a very surprising choice. It's drugstore. And I'm all for it because it is truly one of the best bronzers. This is a mini version, by the way, so. For powder blush, we have this one from Patrick Ta, which is like powder and cream, so we're gonna use both. I've never tried this before, but apparently you're supposed to, like with this blush, you're supposed to use powder first and then the cream on top. I don't know about this, but let's hope it works. Okay, the blush is definitely blushing, but holy shit, that is so pretty. Why does my blush look like 1,000 times better when I do it that way? And for highlighter, we have Jaclyn Hill, and mine is in shade Sparks. For brows, thank God we're going in with one and only Benefit. Now for eyeshadow, what the fuck is this? A fucking Morphe palette? Out of every single palette in the world, Morphe's the first one to come up. I used to have so many Morphe palettes and I just looked through my drawers and none of them are here. I threw them away. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this bronzer in a crease and call it a day. Now for mascara, we have this Tower 28 one. You already know I only like the Rare Beauty mascara, but I'm willing to give this one a try. Excuse me? Why is this so freaking good? For lip liner, we got this one from Ulta and it's MAC Cosmetics. I don't know what many of you say, but I hate MAC pencils. And for the lipstick, we have Dior. Honestly, this is kind of a slay. Search up the step name and the first photo to pop up you have to use. The last Google search was quite successful, so let's see if we could do that again. Last time you guys told me that everything I have is sponsored on there, but I don't know how to get non-sponsored stuff, so the first thing that popped up was the Rare Beauty primer. And I actually quite like this primer, so great choice. For the foundation, we have Fenty Beauty right next to a box spring. Now, I have this foundation, but I don't even want to know how old this is. And it's not my color. Why is it looking like almost gray on me? Do you know what? I blended it out and it doesn't even look too bad. For concealer, we have once again Rare Beauty. Do you know what's funny? This concealer is also not my shade. Ever since I got this concealer, I literally use it only twice because I feel like it's way too light for me. Do you know what? I don't know what's going on. Maybe I've gained some clarity in 2023 because this seems to be matching now. Now, when I searched up liquid contour, it decided to give me not only liquid contour, but also liquid blush. Convenient indeed. We're gonna start off with the Tarte Sculpt Tape. It honestly kind of grown on me since the last time I've used it. I just don't like the brush that it comes with. I use like my regular contour brush for it and it blends out way better than the other one. Now for liquid blush, we're gonna use She Glam, which is actually like one of my favorite liquid blushes. I mean, look at how stunning and beautiful it is. I'll see you part 2 for the rest. If I didn't rap late on third, would you still? If I have been meaning to get this gloss from NARS for literally ever. Tell me this is not the prettiest pink you have ever seen, and I'm pretty sure one of the Kardashian uses this lipstick gloss. Alright, I applied some lip liner. Now let's apply this right in the middle. Oh wow. By the way, this is in shade Turkish Delight. Oh my god. This is so pretty. Yes please. We have not heard from NYX Cosmetics in quite some time. This is their brand new Bear With Me Blurring Tint Foundation. Now, for me, you say blur, I say gimmick. But I love their Bear With Me line, so we have to give it a try. One thing to note, this is definitely not going to be my shade whatsoever because they were completely sold out. So I got it in shade Soft Beige. I mean, it's not the worst. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply it with my beauty blender. It definitely feels more of like foundation rather than skin tint. Don't mind the color match, but here's with and then here's without. This is the most drying foundation my skin has ever seen. And it kind of broke down when I put powder on it. This is going to be a no for me. Are we seeing this right now? Makeup Revolution is coming for blood. So I got the Ultra Matte finish. I'm not sure if they have other finishes, but it also has a lip pencil and a lipstick just like the Kylie kit. And I got mine in shade Brunch. The lip pencil is not the best thing I've ever used, but it does the job. Alright, now let's see for this lipstick. I'm usually not a fan of a matte liquid lip, but let's see. This smells foul. Okay, besides the smell, this can be a really good dupe. Welcome to part 2 of me doing my makeup and using the products in order of their price point. So like the primer is the lowest price and then the setting spray is going to be the highest. Fuck, I am so bad at explaining things. We're finished off with a Makeup by Mario bronzer that was $30. Now we're going to go in with this Benefit blush that's $31. We're going to skip highlighter for now and we're going to go in with this Kylie Cosmetics eyeshadow palette that's $32. All I have to say is that this palette has some of the prettiest freaking pink shimmers ever. Because that palette was $32, mascara has to be more expensive, so we're going bougie with Gucci that's $36. Moving on to this Fenty highlighter for $38. Lipstick was a little bit difficult because we're in the $40 category now, and I needed to find a lip liner too. So we're gonna go with this Refi Duo that sells for $40. I think that counts. And finishing this off with this Caudalie setting spray for $49. This is so good, especially the eyeshadow. Use your products in the order of their pricing, like primer is $6, then your powder would be next if it was $7. I think I took a little bit of a different approach, but I think I still nailed it. First, weirdly enough, we're gonna start with my brows because this brow pencil is $5. Next, moving on to this primer from e.l.f. that's $10. Moving on to the e.l.f. Halo Glow, that's $14. For concealer, we're going to use this one from Sephora, that's $15. So you see what I mean? We like keep going in price. For bronzer, we're going to go in with this one from Glossier for $20. This is technically not an increase in price, but I hope that counts. The Rare Beauty blush is also $20. The blush in shade Bliss is superior to every other blush shade. The Rare Beauty blush was $20. Now this Glossier powder is $22. I've used this powder before, but this like got rid of every single pore I have. I need to use this more often. Now for bronzer, we're making a little jump here, and we're going to use this Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer, and this is $30. We still have so many more products to go, so I'll see you in part 2 for the rest. Part 2 of me doing a full face using only products from palettes. We're moving on to powder blush, and we're going to use this beautiful blush palette from Ofra Cosmetics. I mean, this literally has every single blush shade you will ever need. For my highlighter, we're going to go in with this Pat McGrath palette. Now for the brows, and this is going to be an interesting one. Is this a palette? I feel like it is because it has 2 colors in here, so it's technically a palette. Any objections? I didn't think so. Now eyeshadow might be the easiest part of this whole thing, and of course we're going to go in with Makeup by Mario one. It just occurred to me the mascara in the palette doesn't exist. That means there's no mascara. Fuck. I don't have a palette for like lip liners or lipsticks, so we're gonna have to improvise. I'm gonna use this bronzer as a lip liner. You can't even see it. And then we're gonna use this blush for my lipstick. Okay, this is actually so pretty. Why am I actually in love with this lip? And because there is no palette for setting spray, this is the final look. I actually might not have thought this whole thing through as much as I thought I did. You should do a full face only using things from palettes. Now, this is gonna be interesting. I don't have a palette that has a primer in it, obviously, so we're gonna start off with foundation. This one's from Patrick Ta. It's a duo. Does that count as a palette? In my head, yes. This Patrick Ta foundation is just truly superior. I don't have a concealer palette either, so we're gonna use this foundation as my concealer as well. We're also gonna use this powder to set my under eyes. Next for my bronzer, we're gonna use this palette from Tarte. Moving on to cream blush, we're once again gonna be going with the Patrick Ta palette and with these two cream blushes. We're also going to use this new Tarte Glow Bar, and we're going to mix these two shades and kind of like highlight the highest points of my face. It gives you like a very subtle glow, and I have been loving it. And then I'm also going to use this shade for my bronzer, because apparently I don't have that many palettes that have powder bronzers in them. We still have many more palettes to go. I'll see you for full face of best makeup according to Google. So far, I have a lot of trust in it. Alright, for bronzer, we're going bougie again. We have the Dior Backstage. I don't have that one, but I do have this Dior Forever one. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a beautiful bronzer. For powder blush, we have Dior Backstage. Very bougie answers, I'm not gonna lie. But like, it is iconic. For highlighter, once again, we have Dior Backstage. And I have that palette, it's just in a different shade. According to Google, Dior is doing something right, clearly. For the brow pencil, I got this article and it says that best overall is ABH brow pencil. Wouldn't be my first option, but it is a pretty good choice. Okay, I take that back. I forgot how good this is. What a shocking choice we have for an eyeshadow. Dior Backstage once again. Is Dior like paying for this? I don't have that exact palette, but I do have it in like a different color theme. But once again, this palette is just so good. For mascara, we have upgraded from Dior to YSL. I actually just got this in PR the other day, and I've never tried this before. Honestly, not too bad. Lip pencil was also not that much of a clear option, but this article says that Patrick Ta is best overall. This is the only shade I have, and it's in shade She's Humble. And for lipstick, we have Charlotte Tilbury. And finishing this off with a Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Honestly, for the first time in my life, Google is right. Do your makeup, but you have to ask Google which product is best for each step. If you don't have that product, then use the product from that brand. Let's do it. I'm just gonna Google what best products are, and then whichever one pops up first, that's the one we're gonna use. Apparently for primer, we're starting out with the bougie one. And this is Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas, and I've actually never tried this before. I feel like I've been sleeping on this primer because it literally feels like silk on my skin. For the foundation, we have Armani Beauty. And I absolutely agree. Moving on to the concealer, and Google chose NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I actually have not used this concealer in so long. For a liquid bronzer, we of course have the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. Definitely the best cream bronzer on the market. Blush was a surprising one. I'm guessing it's the Glossier. And I'm gonna use shade Puff. Moving on to setting powder, and you best believe I'm using both of these. To set my under eyes, we're gonna use the Dior. And for the rest of the face, we're gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury one. So far, it's looking stunning. I'll see you for the rest. Can we just look at this and tell me this is not the most beautiful New Year's look you've ever seen? Because... and you know who's gonna show you how to do it? Me. I don't even know how I'm about to pull this off, and quite frankly, I'm scared, but first we're gonna prime my eyes with the Rare Beauty Primer. Of course, we're gonna be taking the Makeup Admire Master Mattes palette, and I'm just gonna apply a very light shade into my crease. This look is gonna get messy before it's gonna get good. Next, we're gonna use a black liner and just kind of like pile it onto the outer corner of my eye. Now, taking the tiniest angled brush and some black eyeshadow on it, we're gonna create that wing. Okay, this is a pretty good start. Now for the next like 30 minutes, we're gonna be blending black eyeshadow. A small blending brush and a little bit of eyeshadow goes a long way. Now how the fuck am I gonna do it on the other side? I'm not sure about that yet. I think that's pretty even. Alright, the wing is kind of done. Now we're gonna take this ink lip liner and create like a tiny outline that's a little bit darker than black. That doesn't make sense, but you'll see what I mean. This is exactly what we need. But don't worry, if you fuck it up, you could just like clean it up with some concealer. Now we're gonna use the same ink lip liner and create like the second wing. I really don't know how I feel about the second wing situation, but I hope the rhinestones later on will fix this. Next, we're gonna go ahead and create like a little cut crease moment over here. It doesn't really have to be perfect because we will be cleaning this up. Cleaning up the cut crease with some micellar water. I don't have like a true silver glittery shadow, so I'm gonna use these 3 whites and mix them together. I'm also adding some Lemonhead LA glitter for the extra sparkle. We're almost done, we just have to add some rhinestones. It is definitely coming along. That is a slay. This is never coming off. Everyone is talking about thank you girly in town. I'm sure many of you already know about this product because it has the makeup community in its chokehold right now. But this is the brand new Tarte Sculpt Tape, and we all know exactly what it looks like. The Charlotte Tilbury Contour one is literally my ride or die product, so the expectation for this is high. It has the same like mechanism. Now let's, ooh, that was quite fast. Mine is in shade Soft Bronze. And I'm also using the brush that came with it. It blends out super easy, but so does Charlotte Tilbury one. I can't make any decisions until I do Charlotte Tilbury on the other side, and then we have to compare. Here's also the color difference, Charlotte Tilbury versus Tarte. Alright, so here you have Tarte, and then here you have Charlotte Tilbury. They're literally identical, and I cannot figure out which side I like more. Welcome to part 2 of me doing a full face of Merit Beauty. Next, we're gonna try out their blushes, and look at this freaking packaging! Mine in shade Beverly Hills, and apparently you could literally just like swipe it onto your cheeks. And on my lips, because why not? Okay, that looks gorgeous. Once again, this stuff blends out like a freaking dream. Are you kidding me? Next, we have this highlighting balm. I actually have no idea what this is. Not the biggest fan of cream highlighters, but let's try it out. It's very like wet feeling. I'm gonna lightly set my face and see if I could apply it on top of powder, because if not, this product's gonna be useless to me. Applying a little bit blush on top of the powder, and look at how gorgeous it looks. I'm actually kind of mad that I've never tried this brand before. Now let's put the highlighter on top. Are you kidding me? This makeup is like giving me everything I need. And more. Next, we're moving on to their lip products, and look at how beautiful this packaging is. I applied the tiniest little bit of lip liner. Now we're gonna go in with shade Millennial. This honestly feels like a very, very nice chapstick, but like in a best possible way. I have to freaking finish it off with this lip tinted oil because everyone's talking about it. I kind of wish they had a little bit of a lighter color in the lip oil. This brand right here has been all over my For You page. Yes, I am talking about Merit Beauty. The only thing that I've ever tried from them is their contour stick, but apparently every product they come out with goes viral. Today, we're trying every single one of them. So we're going to start off with these like complexion sticks, and this can be used as a foundation and concealer. So we're going to use the darker shade as my foundation, and I'm going to be using a beauty blender to blend this all out. Okay, so far it actually looks quite pretty. And the lighter shade we're gonna use as my concealer. I feel like it works better if you just blend it out with a brush instead of a beauty blender. Okay, why does my skin actually look stunning? Next, we're gonna use the bronzing stick, which is apparently the easiest blendable bronzer stick like to ever exist. I've tried this before and I can confirm. Watch this. And it's blended. Like, that literally takes a whole, like, 2 seconds. Honestly, if you're a person that cream contour, like, intimidates you, this is the product for you. So far, I'm impressed. I officially found the prettiest lip combo. I think this is officially the prettiest nude pink lip combo to ever exist. You're gonna need these 3 products. We're gonna go in with the Euphoria Bio Blush Oil in Turn Up the Sunshine, and we're gonna place it right in the middle of the lips. Literally only in the center. Now we're gonna give it a second for it to turn pink. I don't think the lip pencil matters that much. I'm gonna use ColourPop in Cool BFF. I think this on its own is already a slay. Next, we're gonna take this L'Oreal gloss in shade Sheer Blossom. I'm gonna apply that right on top. Rest my case. My favorite makeup of 2022 eyeshadow / lipstick edition. We have a lot to cover here, so strap in. For eyebrows, all you have to get is the Refi Brow Gel. Whatever else you use, I don't give a fuck. For eyeshadow, we have both of the Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palettes, the Master Mattes, and the Ethereal Eyes. I almost feel like it's disrespectful to put any other palette on the platform with these, but I'll give you variety. Eyeshadow palettes from ColourPop, honestly, any of them are amazing. And if you want some color, this Natasha Denona Pastel palette, 10 out of 10. For mascara, there's only one right choice. It's the Rare Beauty mascara. You get no options or variety for that one. For lip pencils, literally any lip pencils from ColourPop. Now for lipsticks, I know these are discontinued, but I still love them. The KKW in shade Nude 1 and Pink 1. Oh, for lip liners, I also love the Rare Beauty ones. Rare Beauty lipstick in shade Roller Skates and Bubbly. Tarte Cosmetics Maracuja Juicy Lip in Cherry Blossom and Peach and White Peach. L'Oreal Gloss in Sheer Blossom. And these lip tinted sticks in shade Grounded and Perk. You could use them for anything, but I like to use this one as a liner and then this one as a lipstick in the middle. And that just confirms that I love me a good nude lipstick. Now let's do my favorite blushes, bronzers, and highlighters of 2022. Now these I take very seriously. And because I'm a blush whore, whatever you're about to see is like the top of the list. First, starting off with bronzers, we have Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand, Rare Beauty bronzer stick. For cream, we have Chanel and Say Beauty. I'm quite picky with my bronzers, so that concludes that list. Now blush is a different story. Rare Beauty liquid blushes, and that concludes that list. Just kidding, I have way more. She Glam, I think it's called Bebo Else. It is their like cushion blush. Of course, Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm, and the Say Beauty Dewy blushes. For powder bronzers, we have the shimmery one from Kosas, and the Skin Perfector from Makeup by Mario. For something not shimmery, Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. I have a lot of powder blushes. Benefit Sunny and Shelly are on top of my list. Both of the Dior Backstage. Jouer Duo, specifically the shade Rose Petal. Patrick Ta in shade She's Passionate. Charlotte Tilbury in shade Ecstasy. And ColourPop in shade Kiss and Tell. Highlighter / blush, this one from Givenchy. I'm very picky when it comes to my highlighters. First, the Rare Beauty ones. Love this stuff. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And Makeup by Mario in shade Pearl. Next, we have eyeshadow, mascara, and lips. 2022 is coming to an end, so let's do a rapid fire of my favorite makeup of this year. First, starting off with complexion. Favorite sunscreen is Elta MD. It has the prettiest tint to it. You already know, Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy Drops. Mix them with a moisturizer though. For primer, Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. Love the Tula Filter Primer. You could also wear it on its own. Say Beauty Glowy Super Gel gives you like the prettiest glow ever. Moving on to foundation, Dior Air Flash. Estee Lauder Double Wear. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I started getting into this one quite recently, but I've been loving it. House Labs. And this will forever be my favorite. L'Oreal True Match Hyaluronic Acid Serum. And also this Patrick Ta like foundation duo. For concealer, starting off with Joa Beauty Eye Serum. Makeup Revolution Eye Brights. I went through like 5 of these. Rem Beauty Concealer. Kosas Revealer. L'Oreal Infallible and NYX Bear With Me. And of course, Lancome Ultra Wear. Setting powder, you already know Givenchy Pink Powder and Makeup Forever. For like compact powder, we have Kosas Cloud Set and Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish. Now let's do blush, bronzer, and highlighter. Part 2 of me do my makeup, where the Ask Filter decides whether I use a newest product of my makeup collection or the oldest. Yes is the newest, no is the oldest. We're on to bronzer, so could I please use my newest bronzer? No. Well then, we're gonna use this Too Faced Cocoa Contour. Who remembers this? This is like literally one of my first makeup palettes ever. Do they still even make these? Next we have blush. Can I use a new blush? Sure. Well, thank you, kind sir. First, we're gonna go in with this one from Jouer. And we're gonna top it off with this one from Tarte in shade Energize. I got both of these at like relatively the same time. Now, can I please use a new highlighter? No. All right. Look what I have. This one is definitely my favorite one, but it's not the oldest. But this one from Jeffree Star Cosmetics in shade Peach Goddess is... I'm not even gonna lie, this is a very, very beautiful highlighter. Next we have brows. Can I use my newest product for my brows? Absolutely. We're gonna use this pencil from She Glam. Next, we move on to eyeshadow. Can I use my newest eyeshadow palette? Yes. And I'm gonna go in with this one from Kylie Cosmetics. I got it literally like 2 weeks ago. Next, we're moving on to mascara. Can I use my newest mascara? Yep. This thing is so kind to me. My newest addition for mascara is the Telescopic Lift from L'Oreal. Moving on to lips. Can I please use my newest lip pencil? No. Alright. I have this one from Buxton in shade Hush Hush. This is definitely like 3 or 4 years old. Okay, that's actually a pretty shade. Now, can I use my newest lipstick? No. I have this matte liquid lipstick from the Crayon Case, and I'm scared to think how old this is. Now, can I use my newest lip gloss? Yes! Oh gosh, thank you! This doesn't really match, but my newest gloss is this one from Fenty. Oh, that is pink. Maybe not with this lip combo. My lips look too juicy in this. Last thing, setting spray. Can I use my newest one? Yep. Well, don't mind if I do. Use the ask filter. When you get a yes, you use your newest product, and when you get a no, you use your oldest product. This is a recipe for a breakout. But let's get into it. Me and this filter has been through a lot of things together, but our relationship status is still unknown. Alright, can I please use my new primer? Yes! Well, don't mind me, we will be using Gucci. Now, if you're gonna make me use foundation from like 2017, we're gonna have beef? Yes. I didn't ask the question, but thank you so much. I'm pretty sure my newest foundation that I bought is this one from Glossier. The coverage is minimal, but moving on to concealer, can I use my newest concealer? Sure. Gosh, you're so nice to me. My most recent purchase is definitely this one from Giorgio Armani. Next we have bronzer, cream bronzer. Can I use a new cream bronzer, please? No. I mean, you can't be nice all the time. And look what I found. This is a bronzer from KKW. Gosh, I don't even want to know how old this is, because I bought this when she just launched it. Moving on to blush, can I please use a new cream blush? Indeed. Well, don't mind me. The newest blush that I bought, I actually bought this like last week. This is the shade Encourage from Rare Beauty. I never see anyone talk about this shade, and I think it's stunning. Now, powder is important. Can I please use a new powder? No! First, we're gonna set my under eyes with this like palette from Dragon Beauty. I literally bought this the day she launched it. I don't even want to know what year that was in. And I'm also gonna use this Tatcha Silk powder to set the rest of my face with it. This powder is not the best thing that ever happened to me, but I'll see important for the rest. Sadly, Christmas is over, but my giveaways are not. Today is my 4th and last giveaway for the month of December. This last giveaway, I'm once again doing 3 winners, and we're gonna do 3 big mystery boxes. And you're gonna help me pack them and get a little sneak peek of what's inside. And to enter, you already know, go to my Instagram, which is linked in my bio, and find the giveaway post, and everything's going to be in the caption. And let me know in the comments what was the favorite gift that you received this year. Good luck! Welcome to part 2 of me doing my makeup according to the number of letters in each step. So we're going from the smallest number of letters to the highest. I did my concealer, now we're moving on to the eyeshadow. So we have eyelashes that are also 9 letters. I feel like I went a little bit overboard with this look, so I hope we'll be able to pull this together. Now we could move on to my foundation, which is 10 letters, and it's kind of scary because we already did powder and bronzer. So I'm using like a light coverage foundation in hopes that we'll be able to see the bronzer through it. For foundation, we have cream blush that's also 10 letters. Next, we're gonna set that with a powder blush that has 11 letters. Oh my god, that is so much blush. Wow, that was the worst step yet. On to highlighter that has 11 letters as well, and I'm going to be using the one from Rare Beauty. This is where it gets a little interesting. Second to last step is cream contour that has 12 letters, so I don't know how that's about to go. Last step is finally setting spray. Even though we like did all the makeup steps, this look still looks incomplete. Do your makeup in order of number of letters. So foundation has 10 digits and blush has 5. Do blush before. Go from the lowest letter to the highest letter. It took some time to figure this out, but I have the list here, so let's get into it. I counted all the letters in the steps, and if the numbers were the same, I just went whichever one was first, and that's how I put them in a list. Trust me, I put thought into this, okay? First, we're gonna start off with primer, because primer has 6 letters. And we're going in straight into powder, because that also has 6 letters. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have counted setting powder instead of just powder, but it's kind of too late for that. So we have 7 letters, which is bronzer. Moving on to eyebrows that have 8 letters. Weirdly enough, we have lip liner, lipstick, and lip gloss. Weirdly enough, they all have 8 letters. So I'm going to apply some lipstick. Lips are done, and the next thing on the list is concealer that has 9 letters. I feel like I've done my makeup in every possible order, and this might just be the craziest one yet. About halfway down the list, I'll see you in part 2 for the rest. I'm so glad you made it to the part 3 of me doing a full face of my favorite makeup of 2022. So far, it has been my pleasure sharing these products with you. For brows, I already used the Refi Brow Gel before I did my foundation. 5. That is the number of times I have purchased it this year. Rest my case. For my brow pencil, I really like the Sheen one, but I can't find it. So we're going to use this Tres Leche that I equally love. This color is literally perfect for my brows because I have like blonde and brunette, and I feel like this color is the perfect in between. My eyeshadow primer, the only eyeshadow primer I've used this year is this one from Rare Beauty, and by only I mean if you see me wearing eyeshadow, I'm wearing this primer. There is no other choice. The eyeshadow palette, you should already know, it's Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. Recently, this one has joined the best eyeshadow of 2022 club as well. These two just will forever have my heart. For my waterline, I'm going to go in with this Essence pencil in shade Silky Nude. I literally cannot live without this stuff. You already know my mascara is a no-brainer. It's the Rare Beauty. I don't think I've ever shared this with you before, but these are the only eyelashes that I wear. These are like corner lashes from Pink Honey Cosmetics, and these are in style Evangeline. I'm not kidding when I say these are the only eyelashes I wear. Lips, this is actually a pretty recent lip combo that I've been loving, and it's the lip pencil from Natasha Denona in shade I Need a Nude Lip Crayon. And for my lipstick, I'm gonna go in with KKW in shade Pink 1. I know they don't make these anymore, and I'm really sorry. I didn't specify that these products aren't supposed to be discontinued. We're gonna top it off with the Summer Fridays lip balm. And there you have it, my favorite makeup of 2022. All I have to say is that this makeup's been on for about 10 hours. It's been through a lot of things, let's say that. But I'm just here to let you know that it stays on. It was like my duty to give you the wear test. Part 2 of me doing a full face of my favorite makeup of 2022. So far, this face is serving. Now listen up, this is the most important step, setting powder. You know I love the Givenchy pink powder. I also like the Makeup Forever powder. But what you don't know is if you mix these two, it's a whole new level. I have it mixed right here, and I use my Trigwell Cosmetics like puff sponge thing. And the way this sets my under eyes, I can't even explain this to you. My under eyes will literally crease under every single circumstance ever. With this powder, they don't. How that works will always be a mystery. I'll kind of just like layer it whatever I want to get rid of the creases. And then I go in with this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. This is legitimately my 3rd one this year. And I set the rest of my face with it. And I also make sure to like brush off the other powder. This stuff looks like filter on my face. To bronze up my face a little bit more, I love going in with this Makeup by Mario Skin Perfector. I honestly just apply it as my bronzer. I don't know what it does, but it does something that I love. For my powder blush, ever since these came out, I cannot put them down. These are the Benefit blushes, and I specifically like the shade Shelly and Sunny. And if you mix them together, it's even better. First, I'm gonna go in with shade Sunny. Look at how fucking pretty it is. So we're gonna add a little bit of the shade Shelly, which has like a little bit of sheen to it. I just can't. Because I'm a blush whore, we're gonna go in with this Givenchy blush slash highlighter thing. Kind of apply it where my highlighter would go. If you are looking for like a highlighter, I love this Makeup by Mario one in shade Pearl. You could see I love it. We're gonna melt all this makeup together with the Rare Beauty setting spray. I don't spray it directly on my face. Spray it on my sponge and then I lightly dab it in. Just make sure it's not like too wet because then it gets real messy. That's what she said. See you in part 3. Now, in the year of 2022, we had some divine makeup products. And I had to think about this long and hard. These are the products that I literally cannot live without. Like, I would wear this to the red carpet, to my own wedding. That's how serious it is. And some of these have been repurchased more than 3 times this year. I have to roll my sleeves up for this because we're about to get down and dirty. First, we're starting off with this Kosas Plump and Juicy Serum Spray. Sometimes I want to shower in this stuff, and it smells like the freshest bouquet of flowers. My skin just came back to life. For primer, there's only one right choice. It's the Milk Hydro Grip. I don't even believe in primers that much, but I believe in this one. For the foundation, you already know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it again. Estee Lauder Double Wear. If you don't like this, I don't think we could be friends. Now this is equally as important. You need this marshmallow sponge from Coco by Chloe Cosmetics. I refuse to blend my makeup out with anything else. This is the best makeup sponge on the market and I will not be convinced otherwise. My bronzer, of course, we're gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. This stuff blends out so easy, I feel like if I stare at it long enough, it'll just blend itself out. Concealer, we're gonna go in with this Kosas concealer. This is literally my 3rd bottle this year. For my blush, there's only one right choice. It is the Rare Beauty. This one's in shade Bliss, and I literally barely have anything and I need a refill ASAP. Out of all the blush shades she has, this one's hands down my favorite. Just look at how beautiful that looks. I also like to mix in the Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm, just so we could add a little bit more glow. These two, chef's kiss. I'm honestly only getting started here, so I'll see you in part 2 for the rest. Welcome to part 2 of Miss Muffin picking out a full face of makeup for me. So far, she's been doing an excellent job, which is why she's so tired. I know being a makeup artist is so hard, Muff. Set my face, we're going to use this Makeup Forever setting powder. She picked it out in the previous video already. To set the rest of my face, we're going to use this one from Dior. Muffin blush is next. Go ahead. Pick one. Go. Ooh. And we also have highlighter. Go ahead. Pick one. Oh, yes! Those were excellent choices. High five. Oh, thank you. To add some more blush, she picked out Dior Backstage. For my highlighter, she did me extra proud and picked out the new one from Rare Beauty. And look at how gorgeous it is. Those are next. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Pick it. Good choice. Now this is an important decision, Muff. Okay, go ahead. Pick my eyeshadow palette. Ooh. Clearly Muffin likes Kylie Cosmetics because for the brows we have Kai Brow. Now for eyeshadow palette, she also picked Kylie Cosmetics. Look at this beauty. Alright, mascara is next. Go ahead. Pick it up. Muff. Go ahead. Thank you. She didn't choose Rare Beauty, but it's okay because she did choose the Tarte Lip Mascara. Alright, next we have a lip pencil. Go ahead. Good job. Oh, and lastly you have a lipstick. Thank you. Pencil, Miss Muffin chose this one from Natasha Denona. And this is the I Need a Nude Lip Crayon. And for the lipstick, Muff Puff chose KKW in shade Pink 1. I've never thought about this lip combo before, but it's kind of everything. Alright, and last thing is setting spray. Go ahead, Muff. Go ahead. Pick it out. Go ahead. I know, it is a hard decision to make. Oh. Nope. Oh, thank God. Thank you. That took some convincing and a lot of deliberation, but we have Rare Beauty. What do you think, Muff? I honestly think this... I think this might be the best my makeup looked in a long time. Let your pet pick your makeup. We have a very special guest here today. Say hi to Muffin, everyone. Are you ready to pick Mommy's makeup? Alright, first we have primer, Miss Muffin. Okay. Ooh. It's like she knows me because I would have chosen this myself. Alright, we have foundation. Excellent choice, Muff. Okay, now which concealer? Okay. That is a little bit concerning. She kind of knows me too well. Because for foundation, she picked out Estee Lauder Double Wear. Are you waiting for the next step? You gotta give mommy a second, okay? For concealer, Miss Muff Buff picked out Giorgio Armani. Bougie, but I love it. Alright, next we have bronzer. Go ahead. Come on. Makeup by Mario. I actually have not used this one in so long. Okay, Muff. Go ahead and pick a blush. Come on. Oh, good girl. Oh, 2. I don't blame her for picking 2 blushes because 1 is never enough. First, we're going to use this like cushion blush. It's from this brand called Bebo Else, I think. And then we're going to use this one from About Face. Okay, both of these were excellent choices. So far, this complexion is serving. Are you ready for powder? Okay. Oh. Go ahead. Pick another one. All right. So far, she might be better at makeup than me. I'll see you in part 2 for the rest. Welcome to part 2 of me doing my makeup regularly versus reversed. So I started with primer on this side and I'm going to end with primer on this side. We're moving on to powder blush, and powder blush is a middle step, so it happened to be that we're going to use powder blush on this side and on this side. Next we have highlighter on this side and powder contour on this side. Do my brows over on this side, and we're gonna set my face over here, and I don't even have foundation on this side yet. Next for this side, we're gonna do my eyeshadow. Meanwhile, over here, we're finally getting into some cream products, so we're gonna start with a cream blush. I just hope that eventually this side is gonna get better. This side, we're gonna be doing lashes, and over here, we're gonna do cream contour. I'm trying to go like heavy with contour and blush because we're gonna be covering it up with foundation later anyway. Lip liner on this side and concealer over here. We're getting somewhere. I'm gonna go in with lipstick over here. And finally foundation on this side. Finally setting my face over on this side. And we're gonna use a primer over here. I'm just gonna like press it in. Alright, we have side 1 versus side 2. I think somehow in the end, it ended up coming together a little bit. Do one side of your face the normal way you do it, and the other the opposite way. So if you start with a primer, you'll end with a primer on the other side. That is a great idea. I wrote all the steps out so I do not get confused. So on this side of my face, we're going to do like my regular makeup steps, and then on this side, we're going to do reverse. Starting off with primer and setting spray. I literally just sprayed it in my eye. Now this is where it gets interesting. On this side, we're going to use foundation, and on this side, we're going to use lipstick. This is already so weird. Next, we have concealer for this side and lip liner for this one. For this side, we're going to go in with Say Beauty Cream Bronzer. And for this side, we're going to go in with Tarte Lip Mascara. Now, I'm obviously going to be using the same products for both sides. I honestly have no idea how I'm about to make this work. For this side, we're going to go in with the Say Beauty Cream Blush. And then over here, we're going to do my freaking eyeshadow. It's way more difficult to do your eyeshadow when you don't want to mess up your mascara. Over on this side, we're gonna set my face with some translucent powder. Meanwhile, over here, we're gonna do my eyebrows. Or should I say eyebrow? Powder contour and highlighter. This side is getting real weird. I will see you in part 2 for the rest. Part 2 of me doing a full face of first impression products, aka products that I've never tried before. My face, I'm actually gonna use my own setting powder just because I want to see if the concealer and foundation are actually good. To add a little bit more color to my face, I'm going to use this Kaleidos Contour Trio. This packaging feels so heavy. I prefer bronzer shades over like contour shades, so this is definitely not the product for me because I do not feel like contour my face. Blush, we're actually going to try out, I think it's a small business, Imagey Makeup, and look at how pretty this blush is. And mine is in shade Peachy Kiss. Oh, wow. And they're very pigmented. Highlighter, you already know, we're going to try the Rare Beauty and New Highlighter in shade Enlighten, which is apparently her favorite shade. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm sorry, give me a second while I go pick up my jaw. I don't have any brow products, so we're just going to do my brows regularly. Brow palette, you already know I have to try out the new NYX X Avatar because look at how beautiful that is. Are you kidding me? These eyeshadows slayed. Lips, I have the new Kylie Velvet lipsticks. don't know if I should go bold with like this pink or I should just go with like a nude. I never do this color, so I feel like it's my duty. That is probably the creamiest lip pencil I've ever tried and also the brightest. I'm scared for this. Oh my god. I just don't think pink lips are for me. This is way better. Can you do products that you've never used before? As you can see, I did some digging and I found a full face of products that I've never tried before. First, we're gonna start off with this hydropeptide serum. Oh my god. Look at this freaking color. That is the prettiest serum I've ever seen. Not a huge fan of the scent. Primer, we're gonna try this Iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer. I usually don't like blurring primers because they have like that silicone texture, but this one doesn't seem to have that. Okay, whatever that was, it literally feels super hydrating and look at how blurring it is. I'm kind of mad I've had this for like 3 months and never tried. The only new like foundation I have to try out is the one from Iconic London. This is their blurring skin tint. It's supposed to go like hand in hand with the primer. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting it to be way thinner, but so far I don't really mind it. But I do feel like it's not a skin tint, it's more of like a light to medium coverage foundation. The coverage though is really pretty. For concealer, we're gonna go in with this one from Lawless. It's their Conceal the Deal Concealer. For my cream bronzer, we're gonna use this Dew Stick from Ciate London. That looks orange. Yeah, I don't know about this one. It kind of feels like Vaseline. I saw this like interesting product from Alley-Oop, and it's like a face stacker. Like, look at how cool that is. I don't know how to open this. It is actually so cute. I'm also going to use this cream contour shade and apply that on top. And this would be like great for traveling. That color was beautiful. Now I'm going to use the middle shade for my blush. Oh wow, that is pretty. Alright, we still have so many more things to test out. I'll see you in part 2. Part 2 of me doing my makeup using only stick products. For powder, we're going to use this one from Kaja Beauty, and it's a Joy Stick powder. It has stick in the name, so it counts. And it's honestly not too bad of a powder either. Which is surprising, because when I look at it, I think gimmick. Bring some color back into this face. I'm going to use this NARS stick in shade South Beach. And I don't really know what this product is. It's like a blush slash highlighter, but it's very pretty. I don't think for brows there's a thing such a brow stick, but I think this is pretty close. So we're just gonna use this to line my brows. I'm gonna use a little bit of the stick concealer to prime my eyelids. For my eyeshadow, I'm gonna use this lip tinted stick that you could use honestly as anything. And this one is in shade Grounded. Look at how beautifully that blends out. And then I'm going to use shade Perk all over my lid. I also have this like sparkly eyeshadow stick from Moira Cosmetics, so I'm just going to place that into the inner corner. Why have I never used this before? This is gorgeous. Then I'm going to go in with this eyeshadow stick in shade Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to put that in my waterline. And kind of like to my lower lash line as well. There's no such thing as a mascara stick, so that means we're gonna have to skip mascara. Our lipstick, we're gonna use the same sticks that we used from Lip Tinted for our eyeshadow. I never thought I'd say this, but I feel like this look doesn't even need a mascara. Do your makeup with only stick products. As you can see, I am extra ready for this one. First, we're gonna start off with a stick skincare, and this is like a Dew Stick from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It also smells like a freaking tangerine. Then for under my eyes, we're going to use this cooling stick from Skin Proud. Foundation, we're going to use Bosma Beauty, which is like super full coverage, but yet feels absolutely weightless. Personally, I, for some reason, never reach for stick foundations. For my concealer, we're going to use this one from Merit Beauty, and I've actually never tried this before. Okay, so I just read about this, and apparently this is a foundation and a concealer. I have 2 different shades of it, so we're gonna use it on top of my foundation as well. Oh wow, that is pretty. Look at my freaking complexion. For my bronzer, we're gonna use this stick from Rare Beauty. Literally one of my all-time favorite bronzers. For blush, we have this one from Kylie Cosmetics. For highlighter, I have this one from Milk Makeup. It's like very subtle but very pretty. This is probably the only stick highlighter that I don't hate. I found stick powder, but I'll save part two for the rest. Happy December 19th and the third giveaway of December. This week, I decided to do something so fun and I created 4 different themed boxes. So let's pack them together. First, we have the pink box. Next, we have a self-care box. The last 2 are glam boxes that I already packed. And here's the last glam box. And you already know, to win, you have to go to my Instagram, which is linked to my bio, and follow all the rules under my giveaway post. And also let me know which one of the boxes you'd like to receive and why. Love ya! Welcome to part 2 of me doing a full face of About Face makeup. We're moving on to eyes, and I got this soothing eye primer. Okay, this doesn't have color to it, which already minus points for that. I'm honestly not quite sure if that did anything at all. Now this right here is what I'm excited about the most. These are their like fluid paints, and apparently this is pretty much what they're known for. Alright, so first I'm going to use this pink one and I'm going to place it like into my inner corner. Now let's blend her out. Oh my god. What? That was the easiest blend ever. Okay, these are literally insane. Now I'm going to take this light brown and place it onto my outer corner. I don't think I've ever had a liquid shadow blend out that fucking beautifully. I honestly feel like this eye look doesn't even need anything else. Alright, now I also got a brow gel, and this shit's crazy. It's a glitter brow gel. I've never seen anything quite like this before, but I'm here for it. I'm sorry, but it looks like Unicorn himself did my brows. I don't know when I would wear this, but I feel like I need to find time. I think I'm most excited about doing my lips right now. Lipstick, I got shade Dilemma. That is gorgeous. But now this is where it gets fun. Look at this shit. It's a reflective lip color. First of all, this packaging. How cute! I'm a little astronaut or something. Alright, are we ready? After it dried down on my lips, not a fan at all. It is finally time to do a full face of About Face Beauty. I say it's finally time is because this video was planned a month ago. This took a month to arrive. And their customer service, quite frankly, did not give a fuck. But it's finally here, so let's get into it. First, we're going to be trying their cream blush, and look at how cute it is! Got mine in shade Peach, and I've actually seen people like swipe it on their cheek this way. Kind of weird. I definitely prefer a brush better. But oh my god, this color, but this is almost giving me butterflies. I understand the hype about this blush. It is gorgeous. Next we have this highlighting stick, and look at this packaging. It's not a stick, it's a liquid. I didn't even know I ordered this. Oh, that might be a little dark for me. Okay, I take that back. I'm not the biggest fan of liquid highlighters, but this one is so pretty. This one's in shade Rose in the Walls. It gives you like the most beautiful glow. That was satisfying as fuck, and look at this freaking highlighter. I ordered this so long ago that it's as much a surprise for me as it is for you. I put on some powder. Now I am gonna shower my face with this highlighter. Hello. And this is like the most perfect highlighter color for me. I feel like I've been missing out on this brand. I have so many more cool things to test out, so I'll super tip for the rest. 2 of me doing a full face of makeup using the brands on my fortune wheel. We are on to highlighters, so let's see what brand we're gonna use next. Makeup and Mario. Beautiful one from him, and as you can see, she's been loved. It is in shade Pearl. On to brows, and I feel like our choices are a little bit limited here. Oh, Kylie Cosmetics. I actually love her brow stuff. Eyeshadow palette in this better not disappoint. Kosas doesn't even have an eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna give it one more try. Just one more. Makeup by Mario. I made an executive decision and we're gonna use Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette and then these like eye glitters from Kosas. I think it's only fair. Mascara is next. We have Rare Beauty. That is my all-time favorite mascara ever. Next we have a lip liner. Tarte. I use this one in shade Soft Pink. And finally a lipstick or a lip gloss. Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna use her lip gloss in shade Pillow Talk. Okay, excuse me, this lip combo is so pretty. You know what, sometimes I feel like no matter what kind of products I use, I somehow end up with the same result. You call it basic, I call it a skill. Put the names of the brands on the wheel and twist, and according to the brand, choose the product. Well, our trusty dusty wheel is back, and I wrote my top makeup brands that I use most often. So let's spin it and see what we get for primer. Say Beauty. I know we're gonna be using the glowy super gel. Moving on to foundation. And we have Pat McGrath. It's a good foundation. It's just the color that I have does not match me whatsoever. Okay, I've honestly had worse color matches than this. Moving on to the concealer. We have Patrick Ta. I don't think Patrick Ta has a concealer, but he does have a foundation, so we're going to use that as concealer. Moving on to cream bronzer. We have Makeup by Mario. I'm going to go in with the skin enhancer. Right, I'm hoping for a good cream blush. Fenty Beauty. I'm going to use this cream blush in shade Petal Popping. Not my first choice, but this blush is still quite pretty. Next we need setting powder. We have Charlotte Tilbury. Now the only powder I have from her is this Airbrush Flawless Finish. As you can see, I love this stuff. You already know we need some blush, some powder blush. Say Beauty. I have a powder blush from them. We're going to try to use this cream one. I'm kind of scared that it's going to break down the foundation underneath, but let's hope it doesn't. Okay, that is absolutely gorgeous. We will see you in part 2. Full face of Best of Beauty of 2022. We start off with a bang, let's hope it keeps going that way. Before we continue, I'm going to use this Rhode Lip Peptide Treatment. This definitely got the award that it deserves. Literal magic in a bottle. For highlighter, we actually have a liquid highlighter from Milk. It's their Bionic Glow, and look at how pretty it looks. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it with my beauty blender. It is definitely like a subtle glow, but I absolutely love it. This is where I might draw the line because for the brows, the best brow pencil was this one from Benefit. And don't get me wrong, I love Benefit Precisely My Brow. But this? What is this? I'm personally not a fan of brow pencils like this. If you're not lazy and do like sharpening your brow pencils, this might be for you. This brow pencil is not it. For my eyes, we're going to use these fluid paints from About Face. And for the eyeshadow palette, I'm very surprised by this one. This is Tarte Lead in the Bloom by Tarte Cosmetics. It is a beautiful palette though. Also from the winning category from eyes, we had these gems from Half Magic. These are so pretty. I don't know about this placement, but moving on to mascara, and we have this one from Cali Ray. This is actually a tubing mascara, which I did not know. This is not bad at all. My eyelashes are though. For my lipstick, we have these sticks from Live Tinted. First, I'm gonna line my lips with shade Grounded. And in the middle, we're gonna put shade Perk. Use these like literally all over your face. These colors are everything. Setting my face with MAC Fix Plus Setting Spray. I can definitely see why these makeup products have awards. 2022 is coming to an end, and what a better way to celebrate it than to do a full face of the Best of Beauty of 2022 according to Allure. I did some research on their website and I found enough products to do a full face of makeup. This is supposed to be the best makeup on the market, so the end result better be looking divine. Starting off with a primer, we have Smashbox Photo Finish. This year winner, they have like an upgraded version of this, but I'm pretty sure it's like the same thing, just different packaging. Okay, this kind of looks like I just applied filter on my face. Thank you. For foundation, of course, we have the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I personally think there are like better foundations out there, but no one really asked me. Okay, but it is kind of gorgeous. For concealer, we have this one from Lancome. And I absolutely agree. Not that anyone asked me once again, but this is a really good one. So someone needs to petition for this marshmallow sponge to be on there because this shit's magic. From Coco Cosmetics by Chloe. Love you so much. Bronzer, we're kind of coming in hot because we have Chanel for cream and Makeup by Mario for stick. I will be using both. First, let's talk about Chanel. It is $60, but it is worth every single freaking penny. It looks like luxury, it smells like luxury, and it feels like luxury. Let's add a little bit of this Makeup by Mario stick. Never mixed these two together, but that might be the move. For blush, we already know what it is. Rare Beauty. Literally, if you're not using these every single day, you're doing it wrong. Setting powder, we have like an unexpected one from NARS. I don't think I've ever seen people talk about this one. This powder kind of blew my mind. Bronzer, we actually have a first drugstore product, and this is L'Oreal Infallible Bronzer. We still have so many more products to go. I'll see you part two of the rest.